Forget what you think you know about surviving. When zombies rise, choosing the right sanctuary is a life-or-death deep dive. We're ranking the top 5 places to hide, from temporary havens to true bastions, based on long-term viability. This isn't just about avoiding a bite, it's about building a future, however grim. Let's analyze them, starting with the least viable for sustained survival, the cruise ship. 1. The cruise ship. Short-term haven, long-term disaster. A cruise ship initially seems ideal, isolated by water, abundant supplies, and a sense of contained order. This provides a brief window of safety, allowing the initial chaos on land to subside. However, its long-term viability is catastrophic. Fuel for propulsion, generators, and desalination is finite. Once exhausted, the ship becomes a drifting hulk. Sanitation systems overload, leading to disease. The limited, non-renewable food and water are quickly consumed. Most critically, the enclosed environment, while protective from the outside, is a death trap if internal infection occurs. There's no escaping a widespread onboard outbreak, and if the dead overwhelm the living, the ship becomes a slow-motion sinking coffin, trapping its inhabitants with no egress. 2. The remote cabin in the woods. Isolated autonomy, risky resupply. The remote cabin offers a compelling vision of self-sufficiency. Away from population centers, it minimizes initial zombie encounters and avoids desperate human competition. Access to natural resources, wood for heat, a potential stream for water, local game, supports a return-to-nature, self-sustained lifestyle. The ability to grow food provides a long-term advantage. However, this autonomy comes with fragility. A single well-organized zombie scout or a wandering human desperate for resources could compromise your position with devastating speed. The distance from medical aid, specialized tools, or spare parts for essential equipment is a critical vulnerability. Long-term, genetic isolation and the sheer effort required for basic survival make this a high-risk, high-reward choice. You are truly alone, for better or worse. 3. The remote island. Natural barrier, limited horizon. A remote island, far from land masses and shipping lanes, leverages water as its primary defense. Assuming a reliable source of fresh water and fertile ground for cultivation, it offers impressive long-term resilience against direct zombie incursions. Small, self-contained ecosystems can be established. Fishing provides a renewable food source. The sheer isolation makes it difficult for threats to reach you. The challenge, however, is resource acquisition and genetic diversity. There are no spare parts for complex machinery, no specialized medicines, no new seeds if crops fail. If a persistent threat eventually makes its way across the water, say a zombie-filled derelict ship washing ashore, the island immediately transforms from sanctuary to inescapable trap. It's a natural fortress, but with a finite supply of everything you can't produce yourself. Its isolation is both its greatest strength and potential Achilles heel. 4. The military base. Infrastructure versus inevitable overrun. A military base represents a highly organized, fortified, and resource-rich option. Designed for defense, they possess high walls, ample armories, vehicle fleets, and trained personnel. Existing infrastructure for power generation, water purification, and communication are immense advantages. These bases are built to withstand sieges and support large populations. However, their very design for concentration of force also makes them magnets. They will attract massive zombie hordes drawn by noise and human scent, and desperate human survivors seeking refuge or resources. Maintaining discipline and fighting off overwhelming numbers becomes a continuous draining battle. Supply lines become brittle, and internal politics or resource depletion can lead to collapse. The sheer scale makes them difficult to defend indefinitely, and if breached, the high density of personnel leads to rapid internal infection. But does a fortress truly shield you from internal decay? 5. The underground bunker. The unseen bastion. The ultimate sanctuary for sustained survival against a zombie outbreak is a purpose-built underground bunker. Immune to surface threats, weather, and the direct assault of the undead, a well-stocked bunker offers unparalleled security and long-term viability. Equipped with air filtration, water recycling, hydroponics, and ample stored supplies, it's designed for years of self-sufficiency. Its greatest strength is its invisibility and inaccessibility. While psychological factors of confinement are a concern, the ability to wait out the initial apocalypse and subsequent zombie decay on the surface is a strategic triumph. The challenge lies in its construction and initial stocking, which requires significant foresight and resources. But once secure, the underground bunker becomes a self-contained world, a true bastion where humanity can potentially endure and plan for eventual re-emergence. It is the purest form of defense, removal from the battlefield entirely. The ultimate lesson is that security is not absolute, but a continuous calculation of resources, threats, and adaptation. The best hiding place isn't just a wall, but a strategy that evolves with the apocalypse itself. If this strategic deep dive illuminated your survival plans, hit that like button and subscribe. Share your most viable apocalypse hideout in the comments.